Hi again. It's me, Joseph. Hope you are well. And thank you for stopping by and hanging out. So, the invasion of the Snatchers has begun. The Snatchers are snatching. I am blown away, flabbergasted, shocked, amused, sad. I can go on and on. I feel so much right now. Your government, Americans, they are taking a royal dump. A royal dump. On all of you. It's just utterly amazing. Again, I go through all the words and add more and more and more to describe what's taking place. Censorship is gearing up, and all you people out there think you have freedom. You can say whatever you want. Those days are fading. You can say all you want so long as it's within the new guidelines that are being put in place right now. They have been. Ever since this COVID came onto the scene, that was that was the kickoff. And the game was on. Ooh, I'm having a bit of some contrast. That's a bummer. Maybe I gotta remove the stick. The stick's got too much energy. I'm just being funny. I'm trying to find humor in anything and everything I possibly can at this moment. Because the world is falling. Whether you see it or not, it's falling. You don't see it now, you will. And, most likely, it'll be too late at that point in the game. We may have interludes from I can hear it and I have a headset in. Yeah, that's just a distraction. Yeah, there it is. He knows fully what he does. He's saving the world, right? He's up there right now. He's got the plan in motion. No, he doesn't. He has absolutely no clue. He's just as clueless as most of you. Welcome to China, the United States of China. I don't put that in there to be funny. I'm very serious. We are entering the new United States of China. China. The Great Reset. Biden, he loves his Chinese government. It has nothing to do with the people. The people are just, they're no different than the people here. Like all the people who stood up on January 6th. Not the ones who infiltrated it. Because that's what they do. These dirty, rotten, self-righteous, indignant pieces of crap. Let's just get real. There's no more time to play make-believe. Remember playing make-believe when you were a little one? Anything could happen. Apparently we still are. We never grew up. Joe Biden loves his Chinese. They own his ass, his sorry, pathetic ass. Shriveled up ass. You're old, Joe. Hope you had a good life. That's all I can wish you at this point in your journey. Because your journey's pretty much through. It's clear and evident. Just look at you. Are you going to be the president and do it from your basement like you did throughout this past year? I stand with you. Need to get on a plane and go to Ukraine. You know where it's at. And then when you get to Ukraine, the capital of the nation, set foot on the soil. That's important. That's very key. And then you can say the words that you've been saying. Nobody is above the law. You keep pushing that point, Joe. You keep saying nobody is above the law. Well, you go to the Ukraine. Get on a plane, take your son Hunter with you. So you don't get bored. I'm sure he has another laptop. You sick, evil, rotten, and foul pieces of... It's hard to pick one because it's like a conglomerate of just every kind of crap imaginable. So you go to the Ukraine and you say those words that you've been saying, and I'll believe you. That's the point in this moment when I will say, I will surrender to you, Joe. I believe you, Joe. I will be a good slave. But until that moment happens, you are the filthiest, most rotten. Clearly your soul shriveled up. There's nothing there. There's nothing left. And the media, oh my, the media, the news. Anderson Cooper, that's, I think he should get on that plane. He should take the plane ride with you too, over there to the Ukraine. He can be the one who covers it. Here's this is one of those times when I feel like, you know what, okay, I get it, I'm not going to refer to him as a man. I'm not, or him. He's not a him, not a man. This is a person, a thing, and it. He can be in the same photo with all these other rotten individuals. This is a man who refers to you, the people, as lowbrow. You're like hicks, dumbasses. You're not intelligent. You're not. You're lower. You're less than. Yeah. All the lies that spew out of your mouth. And all your cohorts. On all the networks. There's very few left. Tucker. Now there's a man. And I think I can say man. And he's not going to have a tizzy. You guys have lost it. You believe in this crap. You want to salute a man who has a questionable past. He just does. Yeah, I go back to the way he interacts with people. Mainly I'm going to put this over to the side. Mainly it's the females. And you can see it in all the clips. There's plenty of video over the years of the man, the thing. And you even see reaction from the other side. Like, you can just see it. You can sense it. Like, what the hell? Get away. I don't know you. I know who you are. But I don't know you. And then again, you bring in the laptop of Hunter Biden. And it all makes sense. Okay, yeah, I get it. I understand, why he'd have a son with a laptop that has photos of Hunter himself. Very precarious and provocative images. And he ain't alone. He is not alone. And it's real, and it exists. It exists. Until somebody is able to find themselves, I would presume, in a position to dispose of. Somehow, we know how this all happens. Clinton knows. Yeah. Clinton knows. All these people. And the Republicans. I've been feeling this all for quite a while, that party is gone. They don't think so, though. I mean, clearly none of these people that are ruling over you who think you are second rate treat you as such. They gave a flying you-know-what until it came to their front door. Up till then, You can't argue. You know what you know. I know what you know because I saw what you saw, what we saw. It was chaos over the summer, and it was allowed to happen. They wanted it to happen. I mean, there's video. You can't. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, I guess, because what happens, what is happening is everything is being changed, rewritten, edited. And what is allowed will remain, and what is not will be deleted. That person said, what? Where's this at? Show me. It's not there. I know it was there. That's what's happening right now. Check on the siren sound. That siren's going right now. May not hear it. I hear it. Like a dog can hear that high pitch that you can't. It's the same thing. That it's in the air. It's all around. We are in a war. It's not like a war that people think of when they think of war. But it's a war nonetheless. That flag you see over there, I have it upside down. I know people see that and what the hell? Why do you have the flag upside down? Because that's what you do when your country is under duress. It's under attack. That's what you do with your flag. You don't put up a white flag. Well, you could, but it's the same principle. You put up the white flag, and the white flag has a meaning. You surrender. Well, I'm putting up the flag, my flag, the United States flag, upside down. Because that's what you do. That's the guideline, the code, the signal. It's all there in the legislation. It's all in the law, the code book, the U.S. code book. So that's why that flag is there upside down. And as you can see, it's kind of frazzled. It doesn't seem complete because it's not. Right now we're fading away. And you're letting it. You're letting yourself be charmed by the media, bedazzled by the media. You just take their every word and believe it and go with it. I don't watch any of these news networks. I don't. I see the links in YouTube, and sometimes I'll click on them just to see the comments, what people are saying, but I don't watch them. The only one I watch it would be Tucker. I just watched a Tucker half an hour or so ago, a few minute clip from today. Because Tucker's awake. He gets it. He sees it. I don't know how long he's going to be where he's at. Because I can't imagine it's easy having the viewpoint that he carries on on the network he works for. In a system of networks that are all towing a certain line, towing the party in a certain direction. There's no diversity. There's no compromising. What we say is. What we say is. You should be afraid. You should be very, very afraid. Because being afraid is what's going to wake you up. I still feel very strongly that people need to be standing up more than ever. Don't stop. Don't go away. Don't disappear. No violence. No violence. Again, how is it that over the summer cities were burning? Cities were created within cities, new cities, up there in Oregon. Police stations attacked. People killed, cops killed, looting, pillaging, and plundering. Pretty much a free-for-all. And where the hell were these politicians who just all of a sudden, they're all on the same page right now. They're all in the same bed. Feeling each other up. Feels good, huh? Yeah, that's, how dare these people come to our door, intrude in our affairs. Now everybody needs to be going to DC if they can. And every city with a capital. And every day the numbers need to grow. And grow and grow and grow. Otherwise, welcome to the United States of China. You think it's funny. Some of you do. I hear the cheers, the applause. It's going to be better than it was here, right? You know what the problem is? I think plenty of people that I would hope anyway that are here in America, they love America. But there's this lack of meaning, a goal. And the whole world suffers from this. A goal, something that brings you together, as opposed to division. We don't have that. Nobody. So you're left with, what do you do? What do you do? Nobody knows what to do. Well, you know what? Here's what we can do. We'll hire politicians. We'll pay politicians to do it for us. Yeah, right. Yeah, like an accountant that skims the books. Joe Biden, you get on that plane and head to Ukraine. Set foot and say it out loud for everybody to hear. Nobody is above the law. And then you got me. You got me. I'll give you a big hug. I'll even let you touch me. Wouldn't you like that, Joe? You sick people. Evil. Evil. This is for all the marbles, and they know this. Otherwise, it's the only thing that makes sense for why I'm seeing what's going on. They want to impeach the president. In these last few days, let's impeach him. Let's just totally dick this country. Shame it to hell. Shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. You're going to get what you've asked for, what you've been dreaming of, what you've been wanting and feeding into for thousands of years. The end. Justification Day, right? Because then all your thoughts become justified. You don't have to wait. We're here. We're here right now. You never had to wait. But you did. And now we're here. Everything that's happening should be of no surprise. And it shouldn't be a shock when it doesn't go the way you had anticipated it going. All you gotta do is sit down, sit back, and think for a moment. Well, if it had gone the other way, well, then what does that make of what I thought? Because I've been feeling like it's the end times. Long before COVID. So I'm not surprised by what I'm seeing. I have hope. Yeah. But my hope is not diminished because I still see that we are not out of character. Nothing is happening out of place that doesn't stray from the realization that this is it. Wake up. Stand up and speak up. Let everybody know. And Ashley Babbitt, I think I got the name wrong. I couldn't even remember her last name. I only said a first name because there's just so much going on. But Ashley Babbitt, God bless her. She's with Father. Oh, and I know the Democrats, they just cringe when you talk like that. She's with Father. Not in the way that they would like. Get it? She is with God everlasting. Another sick soul ensured that be so. Now that soul, on the other hand, yeah, they have a pretty long path ahead. These politicians. Let's impeach Trump. No, let's impeach all of your sorry asses. That's the ticket. And that's coming. That's coming. All you guys and gals. Empty shells. The people are awake. And the numbers are growing. Again, they know this. That's why all this is happening, the intensity of it all the cards, they're pulling out all the cards. This is the last stand. This is going to be the year that's going to make last year pale in comparison. There's not going to be any calm. What's there to be calm about? My country was just stolen, and I'm told that I and many others who know it's stolen are crazy, liars, have some twisted agenda in their mind. It's unreal, because it's the complete opposite. But then I've been saying, and pretty much early on since this COVID started, that everything is upside down. It's all what was good is now bad, and what was bad is now good. It's all reversed. Clear as a bell. I don't need to have a discussion to confirm that. It's time to act on it. It's a bummer. I wish I could be somewhere where I could just have everything permanently set up. The lighting never changes and moves, but that's not the case. And you make best with what you have. I remain as still as I can. I don't get it. That bleed through too bad. A little bit there, getting distracted. You know what? I mean, I clearly what's taking place is I could just keep going and going and going and going. I did sleep a little bit before I streamed this stream. I think this is my third one today. I didn't sleep much last night. I didn't go to sleep till 4:30 or so, a couple hours, because I'm concerned. I want to be as up to date and current as I possibly can, and that's becoming harder and harder to do because of the tech companies and the censorship, because they're all involved in this. It's all about the money. I'm convinced of it's the money. I mean, there are people that have a lot of money and they do good with what they have. But these other people that have just ungodly amounts of wealth, and it's gone to their heads. Again, they see a world and they do not want you in it. There's too many people. They tell you this. Bill Gates is its #1 proponent. The self-proclaimed world health expert. doesn't have an education in that field, but he's that person. He has been given the self-right to dictate, mandate to you the affairs of your health. There's a problem in that picture. That's just not right. It doesn't make sense. My whole life, I've grown up from the time I first entered into the educational system, that it operated on principles that keep the world running, so to speak, moving ahead. And now I'm told that that's just all BS, because if you can obtain enough wealth, you can self-proclaim yourself as anybody that you want to profess yourself as. And because you have enough money, you can work your way into various aspects of society, all the tech companies, the news media, and you can begin to pump your agenda through those means, which is what's happening right now. All the tech companies have begun epic. It's epic, the censoring that's going on. I mean, the president is being censored on all these different platforms, being threatened by YouTube. I'm not a fan of YouTube, and I'm sure YouTube is not a fan of me. I'm amazed that I'm still here, only because I don't have the huge numbers of people. But I guarantee you, if there was enough people that the thoughts that I'm sharing were to get out there, YouTube would say, oh my, what the hell is this person doing here? I know that. I'm just, for the moment, I'm going to take advantage and use what I thought was something for the public, but clearly it's not. And I have all my videos, my streams, the videos, so it's not like they just vanish. I'm here. I'm on a mission. I feel I'm on a mission. I've felt this for most of my life. I've had this vision. I wrote a book. I had never published it, but I wrote a book, and I talk about this vision, this I don't know, what I see, what I have seen, what I've focused my being on, my existence, my purpose for being. And I see myself standing, and before me there are people, for as far as I can see, everywhere. I'm not alone. There are others standing up. It's up. But I don't want to make this stream about that. I'm just saying that this is what I have spent my life thinking about, this moment that we are in right now. And my place in it, my purpose, my reason. God is here, Father of all. Intelligence. It's intelligent. God is intelligent. That's just so simple. And it's like a no-brainer. And it's more intelligent than any of us. You know what? I'm going to shift gears here for a few minutes before I bring this stream to a close. Let's go ahead and put the UFO up there. That's my UFO. I created that on a computer back in the 90s. Some of the early 3D rendering software back then. And on an Amiga, Commodore Amiga computer system. Not a PC, Windows, or an Apple. Which I'm glad. I think subconsciously I knew that Apple, that just something wasn't right with Apple. Not that I've ever felt there was something right with Windows. But Apple, I've never owned an Apple computer, phone, iPod, iPad, none of it. And now, this day, this moment, why would I? They want to employ their workforce by using slave labor. And they want the United States of, the former United States of America, to put that into legislation, that they have that right to use this slave labor. Not slave labor in the U.S., but the slave labor in other countries where it's not a big deal to own people and work them to death for as little as you can possibly give them. Yeah, that's the country I live in. These politicians. What do they know? It's like they got together and know something that we don't know. I keep telling myself that because I can't find a reason for why this is happening. Why I am seeing such insanity so boldly put before my face. You know, I decided, because I despise these things, okay? This is a joke. Absolute joke, okay? I wear them when I have to, and when I have to, that's what you're gonna see. Love CO2. And I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and wait for them to ask me about that. Because I know there's going to be somebody going to see me out there with that and be like, what's that all about? And my response is, well, first of all, you're suffering from a lack of oxygen. So I understand and I sympathize with you. But here's the deal. CO2 is carbon dioxide, and you exhale carbon dioxide. You exhale it. You let it out. You release it. You don't breathe it in, but you do breathe it in when you're wearing that mask. That's 100% accurate. I don't have to be a scientist or doctor to tell anybody that, because it's the truth. It's tested and verified. You are breathing in CO2, carbon dioxide. Not monoxide, that comes from the automobiles. CO2, which is carbon dioxide. See, I mean, I knew that this day was coming. As much hope as I had for Trump, because I thrive on reason and logic, and using that approach, you can discover and progress forward so much easier. I mean, everything that's been happening that makes no sense. So why would this day make any sense as we get closer towards the 20th? This is just par for the course. Let me just get back to the UFO thing real quick. I don't want to go too long into my thoughts on it, but I could. I find it a nice diversion, just to kind of, I mean, it's crazy, but it's a different kind of crazy. Again, I come at the whole phenomena from a much different approach than some do. I don't look at it as the devil or demons, but if I'm going to be fair, I don't necessarily, I mean, God isn't even the right word. It's beyond both. It's above, beyond good and bad. It exists in a state where the two are one. Again, do these people in Congress know something? Because the UFO thing just keeps coming up. I hear it more and more, and in places that you wouldn't think you'd be hearing it. Like the COVID stimulus bill that just passed that gave you $600. Why would there be anything to do with UFOs in the bill? But it's there. It's verified. It's a fact. It's not make-believe. It's there. And then you have the Navy and the Pentagon over the last years coming forward with more and more admissions, leading us into the direction that there's something there. What is it? If there is something there, and the government has whatever they have, then I think this is the time. So I guess it makes sense that it would be in there. I mean, if you got all this bizarre, unreal, just sci-fi horror combo thing going on right now, then it's just more par for the course. How could it make it that? It just seems like it shouldn't. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, if I've been able to deal with all this other stuff that's going on, I'm at a point in time where my country's being stolen, and the people are buying it, letting it happen. I shouldn't say the people, but the people who think they're people. All these media people and tech companies and politicians who, again, they think they see themselves in a different class of people. It's right out of Hunger Games. It's like we're seeing the beginnings of that come to fruition. Clear two classes. The rich, the elite, the wealthy that have it all, and then the rest of you who have no say. Do what you're told to do and don't say a thing. It's coming. Welcome to the United States of China. I may come back later on. I like my little after 11 p.m. slot, but it's already coming up on 11. And so I may just come back tomorrow or in the middle of the night. I did a late nighter last night. And see, here's the thing with this. I mean, they probably are not even all listed yet on the channel, because the only time you can see these is when I first do the live stream, if you happen to catch it, or if you have a link, which I have the link, which I post on my Facebook page, which can be found, the link to that can be found on the home page of this page, my YouTube page. And I post the links on Facebook. That's part of what I'm doing when I begin these streams. And so it's kind of a little bit of a slow process as I'm clicking and going from one browser to a different browser and posting and pasting links. Anyway, it's a wild time. Tomorrow, I imagine it's just going to be even crazier than today is. And before I leave, I just want to say that where are you, President Trump? You need to be on EBS. And unless you have some super card and you're just waiting to pull it out, you need to get on EBS. You really do. Thanks again for hanging out for a few. I'm gonna go and do some more of what I do, think, try to figure this out. And till the next time, be well and smile.